Hey guys, Connor with MVP Detail Supply, and I'm here with Sydney Brae Gwinn from Car Candy, and we are here to talk about car candy products. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So, brand new to MVP and local to me. So, I'm super excited. So, we have several different lines at Car Candy. And I think that's one of the things with Car Candy is it's not a super known brand, but it's kind of getting out there, kind of getting its, feet behind it. And it's pretty exciting. So, there's lots of different lines. We have the Hydro Candy, which is our pressure washing line. We have Boat Candy. And then there's obviously the regular car candy lineup, which is, I don't even know how many chemicals, hundreds.
There's Boat Candy.
So many. And then now we have a brand new line that we just released that you just got here, which is super exciting. So where should we start?
Let's talk about the Boat Candy line to start.
Okay.
And that's going to be
Yeah.
what this bottle looks like.
Yeah. So the boat candy is obviously a line that the chemist specifically designed for marine. So it's going to target things exactly like what you're holding, the mold and mildew remover, maybe a product that you wouldn't normally find in detailing products. And then it's obviously got the washes, the water spot removers, and then the dressings have a different type of UV inhibitor in them that is specifically meant for vinyl that's sitting out in the sun. It's almost a little bit more like a sunscreen than a UV inhibitor. So just specifically formulated. And I guess this is a good time to mention too that Car Candy actually has an on-staff chemist. So in the detailing space, there's lots of chemicals out there. There's lots of blenders out there. And I think that's one of the cool things that sets Car Candy apart is they do have an on-staff chemist who makes all of this stuff.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is the first of about 5 products we're going to bring in for the marine world.
Yeah.
And that's going to be found in our store by the power sports stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Super cool.
This is the Hydro Candy
Yeah.
line, and we have the house wash, and then we have a concrete remover as well.
Yeah, yeah. So Hydro Candy was released SEMA of 25, so it's just been under a year. Again, specifically developed with pressure washing in mind. So that is actually a huge space that goes outside of detailing. So this one is obviously the house wash. There's a concrete remover. There's different, degreasers and things like that. And then we're working on a concrete cleaner, which is the one that everybody's like, how do you get oil out of concrete, right? But one of the ones that I was most excited about is the Crush It, which I believe we have right here. This is the concrete remover. And this is something that is wildly asked for online that everyone is like, I don't know where to get it. And there's one brand I think that I've seen that's crazy expensive. And so I love that now people can get it in a gallon form. I know, especially where we are here in Idaho, they do a lot of road work and we end up with concrete on trucks all the time.
You never know when you're going to need that
Yeah.
product until
Yeah.
you need it.
Yeah, so that's super great. So yeah, the Hydro Candy's been great. I'm super excited about it. The house wash is really cool because it's not only a surfactant that is going to help clean the house and the paint, but it also has that bleach in it that is going to help disinfect and brighten everything up. It's not going to change the color of your house. You don't need to worry about that. But the house wash is excellent on decks, and it works great on concrete too, but really good on decks. So
Okay.
super
That's
super
awesome.
nice.
So we have a few of those products in here that kind of fill in with all of our automotive products. So you got stuff that you can do your house, especially if you have a business doing like window washing and house cleaning and cleaning up the exterior of people's
Yeah.
homes. That's a great product for your business.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, let's talk about kind of the Car Candy
Just
OG
the
line.
regular line, yeah. So this is a very expansive line. I don't remember how many products there is, but I want to say there's over 100. But pretty much everything you could possibly need. So this is very. One of the things that Car Candy is known for is having highly dilutable. So very cost efficient, very effective. But most of the things do need to be diluted, which is kind of cool when you look at the price tag of something. That is one thing that a lot of detailers miss is, what is your cost per use? That it's not just the cost per gallon, but what is it after you dilute it? So a lot of them are very efficient, highly dilutable, and very, very effective. So the one you're holding is Eradicator. This happens to be quite possibly my favorite Car Candy product. So this is an enzyme and surfactant carpet and spot remover. So this is going to do a great job on carpet, upholstery, anything soft, shoes. but it has that enzyme in it that is going to start that stain breakdown, which actually makes the surfactant pull it away. A lot of times, if you're using a surfactant only, it just kind of moves the stain around, covers it up, and it ends up wicking back up, right? So the enzyme in there starts the matter breakdown, starts the dirt breaking up, and then the surfactant removes it. And there's also an odor remover in there, which is
That's
amazing.
key.
So yeah,
Because that's
yeah,
usually two different products from other
yeah.
brands to get what you get in one
Yeah.
product like that.
Yeah. So in the Car Candy line, lots of really great wheel and tire cleaners. The one that Car Candy is actually known for is Chocolate Thunder. This is a great product. Yeah, we do have it down here. Yeah. This is an awesome product. So Chocolate Thunder, if anybody is, what do they think is synonymous with Car Candy? It's Chocolate Thunder. So this is a staple in the industry. This is a highly dilutable. You can dilute it 4-to-1, 6-to-1. It's very cost effective, and it is a non-acid wheel cleaner, but it does a phenomenal job.
You can also use it, I believe, for bugs.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you can put it in your foam cannon.
Yeah, so I run it in my foam cannon because I am one of those detailers that I do like a little bit of the show. I like a little bit of foam. I like some working, something to work with. If you just spray it on, it's pretty much just flat, but it does a killer job at cleaning the wheel and tire. But I put it in a foam cannon at straight, and then when it comes out, it's about 15-to-1, which even makes it more cost effective.
Yeah.
But it is just a really, really good wheel and tire cleaner. So Chocolate Thunder's definitely a staple in the line. But then they have everything else from degreasers to soaps to glass cleaner to, all the graphene products. We also have another line called Candy Coat, which is obviously our ceramic coating line. So we have a full ceramic coating line, but pretty much that line is going to cover everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just brought their line in, so we kind of cherry picked some of her favorites.
Yeah.
When we brought these in, and we plan to expand to some of those other products.
Yeah.
But we have kind of some of the staples to start.
Yeah.
One other one from
Oh yeah,
from
this
that
is
007.
yeah, this is a good one. So this is a silicone-based tire dressing. So this is going to be, there is just people that like a matte finish, and then there's people that like the shiny tire. Now, what is cool about 007 is it is a silicone-based. So as long as you prep the tire really well, get it really clean, it is going to give you that high durability finish. So it is going to be high gloss, but it's going to be super durable. And we're not talking like glazed donut high gloss. It's a nice high gloss.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a more durable finish. And what's cool is it is layerable. So if the kind of satin shine from the first pass is not glossy enough for you, you can go back and add another one. My favorite way to put this on is either with a tire applicator or even a brush. It works really, really well.
Can also be sprayed if no other opportunity is there.
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely want to brush it in. I mean, it is pretty greasy when you spray it.
You can tell it was a little thicker.
Yeah.
I have used this compared to some other tire shines kind of in its category.
Yeah.
I found that this one gives that shine, but it slings less than some
Yes.
of the other ones.
Yeah.
You don't get the black dots all over the set.
Yeah, and it's not as greasy. So it can go through a spray nozzle, but I spray it onto my applicator. I don't spray it onto the tire. But it's a great silicone-based tire dressing for sure. Yeah,
Awesome.
Definitely a fan favorite.
So our next part here is Sydney's, I think, favorite and most exciting part to talk about.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you were involved in the Sweet Elite line.
Yeah.
And then we'll go through all of
Yeah.
the 4 new
So
products.
Josh Pierce and myself joined Car Candy in December of last year. And one of our goals and reasons for going to Car Candy was because they do have the chemist on staff. And what we really visioned, we wanted to take Car Candy to the next level. It was still a brand that wasn't wildly out there. And that was one of our goals, is we were like, we have such a great base of products, and we can really, be a leader in the industry. And so one of the things that we identified was we needed that ready to use, like market ready, because there's definitely the difference between high volume detail shops and enthusiasts.
Yes.
And now we live in this world, as you know, running this store, is the enthusiasts want to shop where the pros do. So when you have the enthusiasts come through the door, you have to have something that looks appealing to them, because they want to use the same stuff I'm using, right? They want to use the pros. They don't want to use the stuff from Walmart. So we needed, rather than just having Car Candy in its high volume, we needed something that lovingly we called it the gateway drug into car candy. So we wanted a market ready, ready to use, very simple labels, very nice to display. We also live in the world of like Instagram detailing, right?
Yep.
So you have to have the pretty bottles. And so that was kind of Josh and I's main focus was let's develop a line that detailers and enthusiasts alike can use that smell phenomenal. They have all the show, if you will, like all the experience. Definitely enthusiasts want the experience from using the product. So they all foam really well. They all show really well. They smell amazing.
They do smell good.
They
Makes you
smell
hungry.
really, really good. And so we got to work with the chemist. His name's Duffy. And we got to work on exactly everything we ever wanted in products. So it was super fun. So we released 4 new products at MTE actually, and then they just hit the market, I believe what was right around April 1st. So 4 products. The line will probably cap out at 12. And so we already have that list built out, which is super fun. So what we did is we obviously made the products retail ready, ready to use. That doesn't mean that they can't be diluted. Like the interior cleaner, you can dilute it if you want. The wheel cleaner, you can dilute it if you want. But they really were made to be ready to use. And so what we did then is we took the label idea and we did kind of a fun play on the car candy, but we gave it its whole own name, which is Sweet Elite. So it is a standalone brand underneath car candy. So what was fun is you probably may not be able to see on camera, but we did some embossed candy as like an ode to car candy in the background of the label,
Yeah,
which
pieces
is
of candy all on this
which
label.
is super fun. And then we just kept it really clear. We didn't have any crazy names. It's literally just called Wheel and Tire Cleaner because we wanted for you as a store owner, for somebody to be able to walk in and read it and see exactly what it was for.
And it looks really good on the shelves.
Yeah, it looks really good on the shelves and it's very straightforward. So, there's nothing anybody can damage with any of these, but they're highly effective, which is super nice. So there's a rinseless wash, which for me, I'm like the queen of rinseless wash. That's all I do. I've done it for 14 years. So this rinseless wash was fun. Which the smell of it is hibiscus rainforest, which smells really good.
It does.
So this is a polymer-based rinseless wash, but it does have a surfactant in it. So technically it is a hybrid, more on the polymer side, but it is truly a hybrid. And what that means is that while polymers grab onto the dirt and they encapsulate it in the water, this also has that surfactant to help with the washing process, right? So you can do even dirtier cars. So it encapsulates the dirt better and there's more lubrication. The surfactant is basically the soap portion and that becomes the lubrication. So it makes it even safer. So you might see a few bubbles when you first put this in your bucket, but then the polymers eat the surfactants as far as the suds go. And it's just really, really nice to use. Very slick, dries with no streaking. It's so, so good. I love the rinseless wash.
It's awesome.
Wheel and tire cleaner. This one's really fun. A lot of wheel and tire cleaners don't smell good. They just smell like wheel and tire cleaner, right? And so this has a champagne scent.
It smells really good.
Yeah, which it doesn't necessarily smell like champagne, but it smells really good. Yep. So makes it super fun to use, going along with that user experience. It is a non-acid, but the way this thing cleans is crazy. I would put this up against an iron remover wheel cleaner any day. It works so good.
And again, it's designed to be use ready to use,
Yeah.
but you can cut it up to 1-to-1.
This one I would only dilute it if you're putting it in an IK sprayer. So like a foamer, I would do 4-to-1, 1-to-1 if it was really dirty. But so I would only dilute it in a foamer. But that is a very popular way that people use wheel and tire cleaners. Then we have the ceramic detailer. This is an SiO2 infused, so not a full ceramic spray. This is more a detailer. So you're going to use this, after you've washed your car to clean up the drip marks, give it a little pop of gloss. It can go on any surface. So plastic, paint, windows, it's going to be really favorable to use. You can do the wash clay seal process with this, which is great. That was kind of one of my things was I needed something to be able to do that with. And it's just a really nice, this is great for guys at car shows that, they've washed their car, they go to the car show and now they need something to wipe it down. This is going to be
picked up some bugs along the
awesome.
way.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And then last in the lineup is the interior cleaner. This is just a great interior cleaner that is not going to leave behind any residue. It's going to do a great job cleaning. You can use it for maintenance or really heavy cleaning. So it's super adaptable. You can dilute this one to one if you are using it more as a maintenance. And it's just really fun to use and it works really well. It after it dries, it obviously foams as part of the action, but then within the chemistry of it, it leaves behind no residue, which is really nice. So you don't have to go back with a wet rag or anything like that. It's absolutely great. So we have lots of fun new products coming in the Sweet Elite line. So yes, I'm very excited about these because these are kind of like little children to me.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
love
Yeah,
it.
the line came out amazing. We've had amazing feedback already.
Yeah.
So if you want to come check it out, find it right here in the store. I have one last question.
Yeah.
Tell us who Cam the Candyman is.
This is a good part of Car Candy's story. So Cam the Candyman. Cam is basically our official mascot. However, Cam is actually a real person. So Car Candy is owned by Ashley, so a woman, which is super cool. And so she started the business about 10 years ago, and her dad actually owned the raw material company where all of this comes from.
Okay.
So it was worked really well together. So she wanted to develop a line. So Ashley, 3 years ago, had a child, and his name is Cam. And so what is cool is Cam will obviously grow up with Car Candy. He'll be our mascot forever. And so Cam is a real person, but we do have our little cartoon mascot that is Cam the Candyman. We have little figurines and
We
stuff.
have a Cam figurine.
Yeah.
We're gonna hide him around the store.
Yeah.
Come in.
Yeah,
Find him.
Yeah, he kind of plays like Flat Stanley. But so Cam, which is super cool because I think what that shows is just the longevity in the brand. That Cam will grow up and Car Candy will be his, and so we all have a long future together with Cam, and he's hilarious. He did join us on an event recently and wore his little outfit, and
That's
he
awesome.
he's super into it. So yeah, Cam the Candyman's awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming in
Thanks
and
for
talking
having
us
me.
through all the products.
Yeah.
And we're excited to have it.
Yeah.
Come get your own today.